So today I want to talk to you about secondhand shopping and why it's so awesome because, oh my god, there's someone bloody... Because I'd say about 99% of what I buy, homeware, clothing, that's probably it. Homeware and clothing is secondhand. I love secondhand shopping. I love vintage shopping, thrift store shopping, charity shopping, all that stuff, man. I just love buying things, not buying things secondhand, but I love to find a bargain, basically what it is about. And I just want to explore why secondhand shopping is so good, why I think it's something that is important and amazing. And I just wanted to share with you what I thought about it. So, firstly, the idea of secondhand shopping is that it's recycling. So you're not buying new stuff, you're buying secondhand, someone else's stuff, recycled stuff, you know, someone else's used, loved, and then decided, oh, I don't need that anymore, so I'll pass it on either to car boot sale or on Gumtree or wherever, and it can be for someone else to use and love again. So recycling is such an important one because obviously instead of things going to landfill, instead of things getting thrown away, most things can be recycled. Do you know what I mean? We're living in a world of fast fashion where you can buy things for £3 and then just don't worry about it, you can throw it away because it's so cheap. But that's really not the way we want to progress in this world and to make the world a better place. So secondhand recycling clothing, furniture, anything, makeup, all that kind of things is just a little thing we can do to help the planet. It also stops things going to landfill, so it stops if you were just going to throw away something rather than give it to a charity shop for someone else to buy, then it will just go to landfill. That's not good at all. So the idea of recycling things and buying things not necessarily new is just, you know, it's not a new idea. I've not just thought of it, obviously, but it's something that I think everybody could do a small part in their life to do, just like we're told to recycle paper and glass and everything. You know, most things don't have to just be thrown away. Most things can be reused by someone else or reused to make something else. Also, when you're buying second-hand, you're reducing your carbon footprint because, you know, if we're living in a world where you're trying to do all you can to help, you know, progress and help the world not go to shit, then if we can buy something second-hand rather than buying it new, and rather than having that, you know, item to have to be shipped somewhere, to have to be, you know, taken from one country to another, because people want these new things. We already have these things that we can reuse and recycle right here. So it just makes sense to give your things to the local charity shop, and then I'll come along and buy it when I live down the road. Do you know what I mean? And then it's just I don't have to buy into the buying new stuff just for the sake of it because it feels new to me. Yeah, I understand people may have a problem with secondhand items, but for me, I don't. I love thinking it has a history. I love thinking that maybe someone loved it before me and I'm loving it again, and I wonder why they wore these clothes, what they were doing, blah blah blah. Because I understand some people might not like that, and a lot of people do like to buy new stuff, but I think in some ways you can always integrate recycling and secondhand and thrift shopping into your life. So, and even if you're someone who doesn't necessarily like to thrift shop or anything like that, if you do have stuff that maybe you're thinking, oh, I don't want it anymore, I could just throw it away, just give it to a charity shop, because in the end you're helping the people who do want to reuse and recycle to buy that stuff rather than them buy new stuff, and rather than your stuff going to landfill, you can have a new home somewhere else. So it's just like the cycle of life, giving and receiving in this second-hand thrift kind of way, which is incredible. It's amazing. Obviously, when I talk about thrifting, I talk about, for me, I recycle, obviously, all my cardboard and glass and cans and all that stuff, but my second-handness is obviously clothing and homeware. So I buy I buy from IKEA. That's probably the only place I actually buy new stuff from, and the odd bit maybe at TK Maxx occasionally, but majority of my homeware is my bed second-hand, all this stuff you see around you except the IKEA rail and the furniture, everything's basically second-hand. Anything, you know, the thing with second-hand is anything that someone's willing to give away, you can either buy or a lot of the time get for free. So second-hand, you can get new second-hand dishwashers and all sorts of stuff. Tell you, my sister-in-law gets loads of stuff like children's bunk beds off just Facebook groups and all sorts of stuff. So there's so much you can do when you're like reusing, recycling, rather than things just go to nobody or to landfill. It's just such a better idea. But obviously when I'm buying fashion and homeware, the thing I love about it is obviously the bargain hunting, and then the fact that there are all these one-off amazing pieces, like vintage pieces, or just like old Topshop things that you like saw a year ago and were like, oh, it's too expensive, and then you see it at a car boot sale for 50p. It's just amazing. Amazing homeware from like the 70s, or like I bought a copper table the other week that's like on trend with the copper. It was like £8 from a car boot sale, and so it's like you don't even have to not be with the trends if you're buying secondhand. You don't have to think, oh, it's old, it's going to be really like old-fashioned and never going to be what I want. But you know, people do give away a lot of fast fashion nowadays, Topshop, Primark, H&M, that you can find all these things at car boot sales. Obviously you can't find specific items necessarily, but I find there was this one top from Zara that I really wanted. It was this little white top for like £18, and I just couldn't think about paying that much for a little top, and I found it at a car boot sale like a few months later. Like, if you're not worried too much about keeping on top of the trends that happen quick, if you are like, you love the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, then thrifting is so for you, because you can find all that magical goodness and more modern items. It's just really an incredible way to shop. And obviously the price. The price is such a massive thing. So I'm not crazy rich and have like bags and bags of money. I'm unsure whether, you know, in the past before I have bought from Topshop a lot, I have bought from Primark. In the last few years I just haven't been doing so much so because I find my thrill of shopping in thrifting, so I don't need to go to these other places and spend more money. And I prefer to go to a car boot sale with say £40 and get like crazy amounts of amazing stuff rather than just one amazing thing. I mean, it depends what the things are, but obviously I know I can find just as much amazing stuff at a car boot sale than I can at if I just went into Topshop. And I love getting up early and going to a car boot sale and finding that magical piece, so whether it be furniture or a dress or homeware, that just makes, it just gives me such a thrill just to find a bargain and it be something I love, and it's cheap and it's recycling. So where can you go secondhand shopping? So there's so many places. I go to like car boot sales and charity shops, but obviously that's not the only places you can go. If you're looking for larger electrical items, things like that, there's Gumtree, there's eBay. eBay is obviously, everyone knows about eBay, but it is a great place to find the same things that you'd kind of find at a car boot sale, and you can literally search for items, which is great. So everywhere online, Gumtree, eBay, Depop, obviously, you know, it may not seem like you're thrifting, but you pretty much are, because you're buying secondhand from other people. It's amazing. Buy from like vintage sites. Our own site, Shop Tiger's Eye, we sell vintage, so we are recycling the fashion of the world, so feel free to check that out. Things like, I found things before on like Facebook groups, giving stuff away on Facebook groups, and there's also FreeCycle, which is a website where you exchange and give and take for free, which is amazing. Do you know what I mean? Someone's like, don't need this chair anymore, and it's a magical chair, then wonderful, you get it for free. What's not to love? And also I go to a lot of flea markets when I go to France, and everywhere I go, wherever I go, like in the UK or wherever, I'm always on the lookout for like flea markets and stuff. I think in a lot of European countries they're a lot better at flea markets than we are in the UK. We're good at car boot sales, but flea markets like Paris flea markets or Berlin, I bet they're just incredible. Do you know what I mean? And it's a real part of like their culture and their like weekly life to have flea markets like that, like it is for us on a Sunday. So, you know. And these places, it's also like the LA Rose Bowl flea market, I want to say. Do you know what I mean? It's just like an amazing place to go. Like, you don't have to buy anything, but to see like different items and like things that have come from like the 50s, or like, it's just so interesting. Like, there's nothing better than just, it's like going to a little market really, isn't it? So it's just amazing. So yeah, there we go. That's why I think secondhand is amazing, and why everyone should go and find some secondhand magical stuff. If you have any questions, not that you would, but comment below and subscribe. Subscribe for more like this, maybe. This was a bit crazy, but hopefully, I don't know. I got this dress the other day from a charity shop, so I'll do a thrift haul soon. Maybe after car boots on Sunday. because this is like the dreamiest dress ever. So yeah, alright, see you later.